Hello and welcome to another Daily Digest video. I am Merriam and let's get that preview window up. Good. And I have probably one of the sweetest decks to come out of Amonkhet, and it is based around card we have in our opening hand, New Perspectives. I'm going to play a ton of cycling cards, as you can see. Hopefully just cycle through a deck. You eventually kill them with Approach of the Second Sun, but we're going to have fun doing a lot of cycling. And opponent has kept, this hand seems fine. We're going to have to get used to a lot of lands entering the battlefield tapped. We'll start with some of these, cycle Renewed Faith, cycle Haze of Paul, and do some cool stuff. But I'm going to keep this one. Hopefully our opponent does not come out too quickly, because that is definitely a vulnerability of this deck. Turn 1 Aether Hub means, normally they play a tune with Aether off turn 1 Aether Hub, but Thraben Inspector implies that we're playing against a Mardu deck, but maybe one whose mana is not quite good. Weirding Wood is great to see here. This is going to accelerate us into new perspectives and also give us mana for Shallow of the Grave, so we can cycle this Fetid pools more aggressively. I'll play the green-white land since it casts both of these spells if need be, and cycles this one. Let's see what our opponent is up to in turn 2. Oh, okay, I guess their mana is well fixed by Spire now that the clue's in play. Oh, and they're a humans deck. Interesting, but one that is presumably artifact heavy. Well, there's a good chance we end up casting this one, but I will get some blue mana in play for our new perspectives later and pass the turn again. Probably cycle Renewed Faith next turn, then play Weirding Wood and maybe cast Haze of Pollen. And we're still going to be a turn short, so hopefully we're not under too much pressure here. Thraben Inspector Crack a Clue is great, only 4 damage. That means I think we're going to have time to do what we need to do. Glutnest Crane, okay. And finds Inspiring Statuary. Well, sort of have a feeling that that Statuary is a card our opponent has built their deck around. But not exactly sure where they're going to be casting with it. So let's get a land into play and pass the turn. We're actually going to have to do something this turn. Cycle this Renewed Faith. Ooh, I like this. Only an attack for 6 here. So hopefully we can get a turn of reprieve and not have to cast this Haze of Pollen next turn. And that should set us up. Yeah, there's the Statuary. But yeah, without colored mana, they can't cast a spell with it. I think we're going to need to draw an untapped land at some point. Yeah, I would like to gain 2 life. Perfect. Perfect. So I can play a tap land in Weirding Wood here, and that will let me New Perspectives next turn. And I'm not sure if I'm dead next. I could be dead to various pump spells, but that doesn't seem like what my opponent is doing. And if they have those pump spells, I guess my plan would be to top deck another untapped land. So I can play the island Weirding Wood onto an untapped land, so I have access to 2 mana. Then I can either cast this Haze of Pollen or cycle a land, cycle cast out, something like that. I'll try to find another untapped land, potentially combo next turn, or another Haze of Pollen if I need it. And if I don't need the Haze of Pollen this turn, then I can just Haze next turn, potentially. So I'm leaning towards playing this one safe, because I don't think I need to combo them next turn when I have the Haze. So let's Weirding Wood right here. And pass the turn. And I presume we're going to see what's up with these Inspiring Statuaries. Everything here makes some sense to me except this Thalia's Lieutenant. I'm not sure what this Lieutenant is doing. Our inspector makes clues for statuary, which is cool. Looks like we are not dying this turn, so that's good. Sure, prism is fine. Are we gonna cast some big spell with statuary now? Are they gonna play the thing that people play with all the equipment? I can't remember the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's cycle this one. Actually, why would I cycle when I can just crack this clue? There we go. Figured it out. Ooh, Vizier, that's nice. So, did not find another untapped land, so I can't kill them this turn. But I am very close to killing them. I'm just going to kill them next turn for sure. I would assume so. So let's play land and pass. And now, I guess even if they counter my Hazel Pollen, I can hard cast this Renewed Faith to stay alive for a turn. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and this will be lethal damage. This is going to be 11. Yeah. Ooh, so I guess now my Hazel Pollen better resolve. Is that what I'm hearing? Okay. As long as they're just casting things to deal more damage, I'm happy. This looks big. What is going on? Oh, sure. You got it. I guess Dispel is the only thing I'm afraid of. I'm just going to cast this in response to the Cloud Blazer. Just trigger. Oh. I don't really want to. Oh, no. Don't have Dispel. This is the last card? No! Oh, no! How could you do this to me? Oh, man. They drew the Thalia's Lieutenant to kill me through Renewed Faith, so I could have won if I had played more aggressively, but they had Dispel in the main deck? So now I am forced to cycle as Vizier and hope to hit another Hazel Pollen. So how about we do that? Let's target this. Come on. No! Oh man, I was going to get to do my thing. It was going to be cool. I had to be a jerk about it. Man. They had main deck Dispel. Well, that's just not even fair. I guess I have one more card. I can cycle this. Come on, come on! No! That's not a Hazel Pollen. Well, I guess I should have been more aggressive that game. But I really didn't expect main deck Dispel. So, what are we going to do? Our opponent is... I'm not even sure what they're doing. They have Inspiring Statuary and a bunch of other stuff. But they have if the game's going to come down to me having to Hazel Pollen to race, I might as well try to win the counter war over it. I certainly don't want the Sphinx, but I kind of want to just keep everything else. I guess the Sphinx is here so that they can't counter the approach, but they'll just counter the new perspectives if they... So maybe I want Dispels, maybe I want Negates, because they answer Inspiring Statuary too, which is kind of a thing. I'm still not exactly sure what our opponent is up to. But given that I think their plan in the matchup is going to be to race. I'm going to try to race back. I have cast out to deal with statuary if need be. Maybe I don't want one of these shallows. That seems like the card to trim, like the worst combo card. Yeah, so let's just bring in some dispels and make sure we win that counter war. I don't want to see this in my opening hand, but I do have a new perspectives and I have good mana and a renewed faith, so I'm definitely going to keep. Let's play our tapped land. Man, their last card was Dispel. That's tough. Can't believe they did that to me. Okay, that was a good draw. Cycle Renewed Faith here. They got an island. I imagine we'll be under less pressure than game one. So we should have time. And they're up. Yeah, okay, they're a panharmonic. That makes sense. That's what they're doing. They're panharmoniconing. That's why Cloud Blazer and Glutnest Crane and Thalia's Lieutenant are all in the same deck. They all have enters the battlefield abilities. We figured it out, or more like it was figured out for us, but who cares? Okay, well, we're going to have to cycle this Haze of Pollen and hopefully find another land, because I want to start cycling these Chefnet monitors to get up to 6. And we'll have Cast Out for Panharmonicon. Try to get cute with us. Main deck Dispel. What is this? What is the world coming to? That is not how this is supposed to work. No siree buttons. Okay, land. There we go. There's a land. Now we're doing it. Now we're cooking with gas. I imagine Panharmonicon will come down here. And I think I'll cycle Chefnet Monitor on end step rather than cast out because I can do that main phase. And I might end up killing them this turn. And that would be fun. Show them for tapping out. Oddly, I do not have there's no basic swamp in the deck, so for the shallows, I guess I'll just get a plains. I have more than enough green mana, so yeah, as I suspected, we have a tapped land, but that's also fine. I wonder, do I even want to use this cast out? So if I play a land and play cast out, then I'll have 5 cards in hand. I'll draw up to 6. I'll play new perspectives. That'll bring me to 8. So I'll be able to go off next turn. But do I care about Panharmonicon? I sort of want to induce my opponent to tap out for like a Cloud Blazer here, which they're very likely to do once Panharmonicon is on the battlefield. And if they're going to counter my cast out, I'm also happy about that. So I kind of want to see what they do. So let's just, and we can respond with cast out to any creature that would trigger Panharmonicon anyway. So let's get another blue mana in play. In case we need to new perspectives, Dispel backup. Give our opponent a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, they're tapping out for Cloud Blazer. I don't think I need to do anything here. They've already used all their mana, so I'll just rather cycle this cast out. They think they're so cool drawing 4 cards. Well, I'm about to draw a whole lot more than that. So be prepared. Okay. Yeah. Let's get ready to roll. How about you discard 2 of those 2 cards you drew? Okay, Weirding Wood is good. And let's start with new perspectives. And this is where the party starts. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, how are we going to start this? Cycling for 0. Cycling for 0. Sure. Yeah, let's Cycling. Cycling. I guess I should I probably should have cycled this one first, I guess. Get a land into play. Let's, sure. I will use it. Get a forest. And draw a card. We want to find another basic and then untap a land with Vizier so we can play Weirding Wood. So let's cycle, cycle, cycle. Isn't this fun, kids? Okay, there's another basic land. Perfect. I guess I can keep cycling and maybe draw another Chefnet Monitor basic rather than use the Vizier, because I'd like to use the Vizier to untap land with Weirding Wood on it. So let's, yeah, cycle there. Oh man, are we almost out of cyclers? That hardly seems fair. Oh, that's what I need to find. I need to... Oh yeah, so the Weirding Wood gives... I was going to say I need to find black mana. The Weirding Wood does that. So I guess we can exhaust our cyclers knowing that we'll eventually find more. Oh no. But now we won't. We did need to find another land. Oh no. So we need to find... Oh man, did we just break? We drew like all these traverses and Weirding Woods. So now if we untap a land we have, we Weirding Wood, and it stops there. Oh no. Oh, this is disastrous. But it's all we can do. So we need to find another Vizier or another Chefnet Monitor off this last cycle. So yeah, let's do it. Let's untap that one. Well, cyclers are all redraws. No, not another New Perspectives. Yeah, well, I tried as hard as I could. I don't want to target that land. Let's target this land. And this is sad. Yeah, if, I needed to find the last basic in my deck or another Vizier. Man. Okay, well, yeah, and I didn't accidentally cycle through a blue-black land now. This really neat. If I had had a basic swamp, I would have been fine. But alas, we did not have a basic swamp in our deck. I still think we're going to be fine. We're not under any pressure. We get a New Perspectives next turn to reload. We have the Shallow at that point. So I don't, unless our opponent has multiple counter spells, because we have a Dispel for the first one, I still think we'll be okay. Yeah, take 5. Okay. Yeah, Prism is fine. It looks like they're going to have one counterspell here. Fortified Village is awkward. So let's start with New Perspectives. Okay, and there's more cyclers to get us through. I guess we might as well cycle this. I will use its ability. Let's get another land. And let's sort of keep going here. I guess I do need mana to cast Approach multiple times. So right now I have 3 Viziers left in the deck. And the Shell is going to get multiples back. So I think I should be fine. But let's make sure I have mana for the shallow and cycle this and untap. Man, this is fun. No wonder people play combo decks. They're so smart. And cycle, and cycle, and cycle, and cycle. Okay. And now, sure, let's add white for approach. And now we'll cycle this, untap, and cycle. Okay, we are now out of cyclers, so how about we cast shallow? I really don't need this green mana, so let's use that. And that's pretty sweet. And we have 10 cards left in our deck, so that's something to be cognizant of. And now I'm at 3 mana, 6 mana here, and I have 2 Viziers, right? Yeah, so that's 10 mana. So that gives me enough to approach with Dispel backup and still have 2 mana left over for another shallow, and I have 2 more left in my deck, so that's good. So let's make just black and white mana because that's all I need at this point, and cycle these Viziers and untap. And I don't know what we drew because it's so far over. We have so many cards. Isn't that great? And well, sure, let's make more white mana and cycle and get them. And we'll see what. Oh my god, I still can't see. And now I can cast approach. I've gained a bunch of life, and now cycle and cycle. And there's shallow and Vizier. Okay, so let's make white. Oh no, let's not do that. Oh, I don't know how to undo, nor do I care. I have another Vizier, but we'll be tighter in the next game. Let's untap that. Let's make black. Let's play shallow. I guess we can just find the other Vizier. Blah, 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 blah. More cycling. I guess I should I should just do this now. Because I have 4 mana, and I only have 3 cycles left, so let's... I might have just screwed this up, as is my nature. I'm fine. So let's cycle. Man. There's the approach. Let's make blue mana. Cycle. Tap this again. White mana. Cycle. White mana. Play this approach. And now we have exactly enough for double Dispel backup. We did it. I should be a little bit more careful once my deck size gets small because I need cards to net mana with Vizier. So that's good to know. Fortunately, I had the intuition to stop right as exactly as I needed. I had exactly enough mana to leave up both my counter spells. And now we know what our opponent is up to. I don't know. Comboing them still seems great. They're just this mid-range value deck, and combo is usually great against mid-range value decks. So I'm not too concerned with interacting with them. I have a couple dispels to answer theirs. their panharmonicons and inspiring statuaries just aren't a big deal to me. And if they are, I do still have cast out. So I'm just gonna play my main deck again and jam. When in doubt. We could have easily won game one had I played more aggressively, so I feel good. Oh wow, I'm down to 8 minutes on my clock. Okay. Hopefully I have enough time to go through this entire thing. if I get punished for a judgment call in game two and then lose game three or game one and then timeout in game three, that'll be embarrassing. But this hand's great. Even though we have the approach again, I have renewed faith, I have new perspectives. I'll keep. Weirding Wood would be the card I need. Oh, and there it is. Man, I'm great at this. I think I'll play the farmland turn 2 rather than cycle Renewed Faith because I want to Weirding Wood on 3. That's fine. Ooh, another Weirding Wood. Even better. We are under significant pressure this game from this start, so this might get hairy. Okay, I was going to say, if we saw a second lieutenant here, then it would definitely be hairy, but that's a good sign. Ooh, and Chefnet Monitor. Let's enchant one of our non-green lands. Oh, good. I was hoping they didn't have some sort of disenchant effect for the Weirding Wood, but just cracking a clue is great. Now, I just need to draw a land. Ooh, there's another Thalia's Lieutenant. So this is 6. So another human, and we are dead next turn. So we're going to have to watch out for this Renewed Faith. A land here would be great. Okay, so now I can New Perspectives on an untapped land and cycle Renewed Faith, and that gets me to 11. Unfortunately, 11 is dead to 2 humans, but I don't really know what my alternative is, because in order to hardcast Renewed Faith, I won't be able to ramp at all, so I won't be able to New Perspectives next turn. So and then I'll just be dead anyway. I'll have to draw one of my few basics. So let's play this. And let's play Weirding Wood. I guess this time it can go on the forest. Oh no. No, oh my man, I'm bad at this. This needs to be green. Negate here would be, oh man, they have negate. Well, now we're in trouble. Probably just gonna die. Oh man, we have a turn. Perfect. And if they don't have any more humans, then we can hardcast Renewed Faith. Oh no. Angel of Sanctions. Well, this is not. Oh man, I had the land too. They needed multiple things. Oh man. Okay, so I need Hazel Pollen here. If I need Hazel Pollen, then I think what I have to do is cycle Chefnet Monitor and hope to hit it. So let's do that. Man, so close, so close. Although it might have been tough to actually kill from there because I only have the 2 cyclers, so. But negate into Angel of Sanctions. That is a tough one. Okay, let's cycle. Yes, and I guess I'll get an island, sure. Come on, come on! Oh, Sheltered Thicket. Well, that'll do it. We're close, very close in those games, but man, our opponent had the double Thalia's Lieutenant draw on the play, backed up by 2 pieces of Disruption. That is about as good as it can get from their deck. And I'm game 1, Definitely could have won had I played more aggressively, but I was not expecting main deck Dispel. And yeah, so that's the way it goes. Lesson learned, when in doubt, jam when you're playing your combo decks. Hope you enjoyed this one, and you can come back and see me on Monday. Bye.